Hi, I'm Bill Woodard, and welcome to the Chamber Corner. Well, thank you for tuning in today. We've got an exciting show, I think, coming up. We've got Mr. Cole Ebel with Ebel's Tavern. We've got the folks at UT Extension. They've got some really good information that they want to share with you. Mary Leslie Wakefield with the Drug Prevention Coalition, and also they're going to introduce one of their new employees. She was an intern. They've hired her back, and then Suzanne Angel, and then Miss Holly Burton with EMMANUAL House is going to tell you about how things are going that, and Miss Cozette Manus came by and talked about Smith County drugs and some of the things that were going on with that. Before we go into the program, I would like to thank you all for tuning in, and if you are here in the county and there is something that you want to hear about or something that you would like to learn about, if we can put it on this show, we would like to do that for you. We're glad to be kind of back to normal with the pandemic going on. It kind of changed things. We had to do a Zoom meeting the last time in our interviews, but we're able to go back to the live meetings now and live interviews. So we're thankful for that. But if you know of something that you'd like to learn about, if you'll send suggestions in to us, we would appreciate you letting us know that. One thing before we go into the program, the health department, they wanted me to announce that they're having drive-through testing on COVID-19 daily, Monday through Friday, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So, and that's for anyone. If you want to go over there and get tested, anyone can do that. And then, of course, they're open for their regular services from 8 to 4:30. And their number, if you've got questions on that, is 615-735-0242. And so if you've got some questions about what's going on here in Smith County, don't go somewhere and listen to information that might not be correct. Call the health department over there and they can give you what the straight talk is of it. We have a coronavirus task force here in Smith County. It's headed up by Dr. Roger Duke and our Mayor, Jeff Mason. And if you want any information about what's going on with that, you can contact us here at the Chamber or contact them, and they'll let you know what's happening here in Smith County. And so there's a lot of information out there. But now let's take it away to our interviews. Well, folks, we're sitting here in the Chamber Corner, literally in the Chamber Corner. And as you can see from my mask that I have on, we're living in quite a different world than we were just a few months ago. And some things have changed. And we've invited Mr. Cole Ebel here. He's one of our restaurant owners. He owns Ebel's Tavern. And Cole, introduce yourself, and then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Sure. I'm Cole Ebel, proprietor of Ebel's Tavern. We're a five-star seafood steak restaurant located on the square in downtown Carthage on the corner of 3rd and Main. You can check us out online at ebelstavern.com or give us a holler at 615-588-1888. And we got some awesome stuff going on down there all the time. We've got trivia, we have darts, we've got poker, we've got live music. Always doing something down there. So but that's a little bit about Ebel's, and then yeah.
Well, the COVID-19 pandemic that's hit, that's affected restaurants, and you just opened back up here recently, and I don't know. I know it has affected you, but how are you guys handling that, or spacing tables? What's going on with that?
So basically, back at, I guess it was, I want to say the end of March, it's kind of when the executive orders came out. So what we did is we really tried to, one thing is, not with this or anything else, safety of our customers is always our #1 priority. With that being said, everything in our restaurants extremely sanitary. We are constantly wiping down tables, chairs, keeping doorknobs wiped down, banisters wiped down, bathrooms clean, everything to tip-top shape. We rotate food in in and out pretty quickly. Usually most of our food is in and out within 5 days, meaning we don't hold a lot of food. So this hits, and it basically just, after a lot of different advertising campaigns and different marketing strategies, this hits us, and it really devastated us pretty hard. So we worked on getting our to-go options going. We have a great customer base that was very supportive. We worked on some delivery options, so we offered delivery now, and we still are doing delivery countywide because some people are still staying in, even though a lot of the restrictions have been lifted. Honestly, Bill, May 1st, we went full-fledged again. I know that there was delays, that we were recommended delays, but we had to. We had to go full-fledged. There was that or shut down. And so we went full-fledged. We were a little bit more visual with things. We put out, we've always had a hand sanitizer station out. We kept our hand sanitizer station out. We were just more visual about our cleaning, if that makes sense. But really, a lot of the changes, we were already sanitary, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, what are your hours now? Has that changed any, or?
Yes, so right now our hours, we are closed on Sundays and Mondays, but we're open on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 11 to 8, and Thursdays through Saturdays 11 to 9. And like I said before, we've got something going on every single night. So if you're looking for something to do, any kind of entertainment, or you just want to have a relaxing dinner, we got something going on, and it's a great place. It's very friendly, great community, just great people, customers and staff alike.
Yeah, well, and there's no doubt about that. You also have another business in town, Cumberland Cannabis. It's open now. And
Yes. So Cumberland Cannabis, we were, I guess we were classified as an essential business, and my whole feeling on it is if you're working for your family, you're essential. So we stayed open. The problem was most of our customers on our wholesale side are pharmacies and doctors' offices and chiropractors, nurse practitioners. They were all shut down, so that really affected our sales on the wholesale side. Flip side, though, was that we increased a lot of our in-store sales, our retail sales, which isn't really a big part of our business, but really has become a big part of our business. So that was it ended up leveling out pretty good, and I have to say that I feel very blessed. I feel that we put a lot of hard work into it, but there's someone looking out for me, because we plan on coming out on the other side of this thing, and we're going to fight for it if that's whatever we got to do.
Well, now I know you can't obviously speak for other businesses, but I know #Hollies is back open, and Mr. Leftwich up there, Teresa's Gifts, is back open, and I've started naming names. Rojas is open, and I'm going to leave somebody out.
Acapulco's open.
Acapulco, and so many places are open back up now. So folks, if you're looking for a place to eat or someplace to go, there's places that are open now. And I might add, invitation on air, if you're a chamber member and you want to come on here and talk about your business, this is one of the things that we do to try and support the local community. And if there's anything going on community-wise with any function or anything going on, we like to get it out. And Cole, that's why we wanted to ask you.
Yeah, and if I can give a shout out to the chamber too, we've been a chamber member for 3 years now, coming up on 3 years. This past few months, the Chamber's really helped us out. A lot of online advertising on Facebook pages, social media platforms. They've really gone out and tried to support our businesses. Also, they do a calendar that goes out to people and showing the events. That's helped us out a lot. It does make us think, okay, this is a valuable resource. We want to continue to be a member because we feel like we're getting something in return. So that's just an encouragement for anyone who would want to possibly join the chamber. And last thing is support your local businesses, support your mom and pop shops. They're struggling right now. A lot of them didn't get bailouts. A lot of them just suffered through this and went into debt. And definitely try to, if you can, support local, support small, do what you can to shop here in Smith County. Okay, well, Cole, thanks for coming by. And once again, it's your membership that helps us. I got a call yesterday. Somebody's wanting to put a plant in over here, and they're coming here in the next, probably in August.
and you know, the mayor will get with them, we'll get with them, and they're talking 30 or 40 jobs that'll come into here, and that your membership helps us to be able to do those things, and everybody else's membership that's a part of this.
Absolutely.
It's, you know, we're the sales force for Smith County,
That's
and
right.
that's our main job. So
the more
appreciate it.
jobs we can get in here, the more we can be a community and help each other out, the better. You know, I ate at all kinds of restaurants around here. I got a restaurant. I don't see it as competition. I see it as my neighbors, and I see them as you know, just people that love on me and care about me. And I just feel very blessed to be a part of this community. I feel very blessed that I feel we're going to come out the other side of this. I know it's negative out there right now, but I think if we can just keep thinking positive, we'll rock it out.
Yeah, well, I think that'd be the aim for all of us is come out on the other side better than we were. All right. Well, thank you, Cole.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming by.
All right. Thank you, Bill.
We have with us here Miss Holly Burton. Holly, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them who you're with.
Hi, my name is Holly Burton, and I'm the director of the Emmanuel House. It's a transitional living facility for women and children of our county and of surrounding counties.
Okay, just to tell people a little bit about Emmanuel House, how many residents do you have right now?
Right now, we have 9 women. We have 2 school-aged children and 3 babies.
And how many have you had up to?
We've had 15 women before. During the coronavirus and stuff like that, we stopped taking clients for just a little while to ensure the safety and health of the children and the people that already live there. So we've just now started taking them back really slowly again, maybe 1 a week, if that.
Okay, so you'll get back up to that maximum
we'll get
number.
back up to that. We can hold, I would say that our occupancy is 24, but they also have, the women have children too. So I wouldn't want to have more than 15 or 16 women with children there too.
Okay, now you used the word transitional living, and maybe someone out there wouldn't understand what that means. So kind of explain a little bit about where these people are that they need to come into the house and how they apply and how they get accepted.
Okay. Transitional living facility is for anybody that is just down on their luck. They have drug addiction problems. They have domestic violence maybe. Any life controlling thing that's going on for them. Maybe their kids and them don't have a place to go. Maybe they fell on hard times. It's just to transition you into the new phase of your life to where you have transportation again, if possible. We can get you in, help you get into housing. We're more about helping. We don't do it for you. We help you through it. Learning how to, call the food stamp office again. That stuff right there is stressful. If you're down on, if you're down and stuff like that, it's stressful to deal with the government and stuff like that. And job interviews, stuff like that, stressful for people that haven't done it in a while. So we help build up, encourage. We get donations from the community, which we couldn't be without. The community is what makes us. If someone comes with a baby, we try to get them diapers donated and stuff like that so they can concentrate on getting their license back, stuff like that. So as far as applying, we have a Facebook page and a website. It's just the Emmanuel House, Carthage, Tennessee. Just search that. The application is online, and if you will call me at 615-588-1995, I will tell you where to email it to.
Okay, obviously Chamber of Commerce, Health Department, the Mayor's Office, we all know about Emmanuel House and would refer people to that if they are in a situation, and it is for women and children only.
Women and children only, yes.
And it's been in existence now for many years. I forget the exact date, but I know 15 years or so or longer that Emmanuel House has been around.
I think it started in 2006, maybe?
Yeah.
2008, Kim Cedar started it out of her house. Yeah.
Right, and they were over in not Elmwood, but Stonewall for
Club
a while.
Springs,
Club
Stonewall.
Springs, and then they moved to the house that they have now. I can't think of anything else really telling to ask you other than during this COVID-19 crisis. I know you try to help people get jobs, and I know a lot of the jobs were food service related, so I'm sure that has kind of put a hamper on that?
The coronavirus and COVID-19 has definitely been bad for anyone in addiction, if you ask me, because all the meetings were canceled. They're all online now. Some people don't have phones. So it has affected us in a negative way. But what we've done is we've just wrapped our arms around the women even tighter, tried to, be there for them, be supportive, and just stuck together as a team. You can't do it alone, so we've just tried our best to get through it. It's been hard.
Okay, and of course, the world has changed. I mean, I have a mask and hand sanitizer that I carry with me now, and I never did that before.
Yeah.
And it is a serious disease, and we do need to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, Holly, anything I missed that I need to mention, or?
No, you've done great, Bill, but I would like to thank the community for all the donations and just keep them coming, because that's what makes us possible.
Okay, and folks, if you want to support Emmanuel House, if you can't remember the number Holly gave, would you give it again, would you?
615-588-1995.
But if you want to support them, you can call here at the chamber or basically any of the offices, and they can get you in touch with Holly. And I know we had a taste of Smith County fundraiser here back, it seems like a long time ago. Yeah, forever ago.
The Taste of River City.
And it really went well, and you guys are planning on doing another one of those.
June 25th, actually. Something's in the works. We don't want to announce it publicly yet, probably. But, it's coming up on our 1 year.
Okay, so we're going to be looking forward to hearing from you on that. Well, Holly, thank you for coming by.
Thank you too, Bill.
We're here with Miss Mary Draper with UT Extension, and I would normally ask her to introduce herself, but I guess I just did it. Mary, your organization, UT Extension, is really doing a lot in the county, and we're going to have Chris and Katie talk a little bit later, but you came to talk specifically about some things that you've got going on.
Yeah, so we actually just got done with Walk Across Tennessee earlier this week, and that's where 23 teams walked across the distance of Tennessee, which is a little over 500 miles. We're really excited about that. Together, they walked over 34,000 miles, which is great. Everybody that participated, got a t-shirt there, and we have our sponsors on the back. So everybody got a t-shirt, and our winners this year were CIA, the sequel, and then second place was the Night Owls Team 2, and third place was Smith County BOE, Board of Education. And we also had some other winners for different things, like most spirited team went to the Face Steppers, and best team name went to Agony of Defeat. So different challenges like that as well. So it's always a good time for that. So we just finished that, and then we're also, during COVID 2019, our FCE ladies have been making face masks. So I really like these. They're cloth face masks. Miss Ann Wagner made this one. She has made over 300 herself. I'm sure that number is rising as we go through the times, but together the FCE groups have made over 1,000 altogether. So we're thankful for that as well.
Okay, a question that comes to mind, are your FCE groups meeting now, or what are they doing because of the pandemic?
Right, so they're not meeting right now. They're busy doing this, of course, social distancing, so they're doing it at home alone using the materials they have on hand. If anybody else is interested in making these, we have patterns. I know there's lots of resources right now to get face masks, but if anybody's in need of one, they can definitely call the extension office, as many of the FCE members have them on hand. We also are doing food preservation lunch and learns online. So we actually just had one today. Shelley Barnes in Wilson County is doing food preservation lunch and learns every Wednesday, and I'm helping her with that. So this next Wednesday will be salsa. You can get those registration links online, or always call our office. They're a little lengthy, so I can't remember them. They have lots of numbers and letters, but we're excited about that as well. Probably now is a good time for lots of people to do that food preservation because of gardens and, of course, of what is happening.
Okay, so if I'm understanding you right, then all they got to do is get in touch with you guys. You can put them on the internet for a link, and they can basically watch this from their home, and it's free, and it's good. I know it's good information because I've been to a few lunch and learns, and it's very good information.
Yes. So today, Chris had a lunch and learn for canning. I think next month, the first Wednesday of the month, he's going to have one for landscaping as well. But Shelley is having one for food preservation every week. So like I said, the first one's salsa, and then I think we're going to do pickling, fermentation, and then flavored vinegar.
Okay. Well, Mary, thank you for coming by. I know in these strange times it's hard for people to get together, so appreciate you taking the time. And give the number for UT Extension so they can
Of course.
call you.
The number is 615-735-2900.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Happy retirement, Barbara Vantry.
That's right. Miss Barbara retired last week for 26 years with the Extension Office, and she's going to be greatly missed by all of us. So.
Well, she did a great job, and she was a vital part of that, and I know you guys will miss her. And I'll miss the cakes, and she would fix
Banana pudding.
and stuff that she would fix for the dinner.
Yes.
So hey Barbara, if you're listening, we could still use that part of it. So anyway, well, Mary, thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
We have a special guest with us here, and I tell you what, we were obviously with the drug coalition, but why don't you introduce yourself and tell them your role right now?
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica Murphy, and I'm with the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition. So in the beginning, I was an intern, and now they've so graciously hired me on. You know, those crazy cats. So, but now, yeah, I am an office administrator at the office for them, and I also mentor at this spot. So.
Okay, well now, I wanted to turn this toward, there's folks out there that are in high school or in college and they're getting ready to do this, and you mentioned internship, and that's how you really got pointed here. Now, where are you from originally?
Okay, I am from Livingston, Tennessee, but I live in Cookeville right now.
Okay, and you were going to Tennessee Tech?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you applied for an internship through office up there, is that right?
No, actually, my grandmother's boss knows Barbara. And
Oh, okay.
She got me connected, so yeah.
Well, I know there's a lot of connections for intern programs, but
there is.
through the school up there, they do a lot of internships.
Yes,
now, describe internship. What is it?
I think internships vary for each place, but for here, it was pretty much just kind of sitting in on things, learning how they do everything, and just being able to be prepared for if you do get offered a role like I did. So just, gaining experience.
Okay,
really.
and I know the schools support the intern programs, and sometimes the state does as well.
Yes.
And picks up some of the tab to make it to where you can be paid. Some internships are unpaid.
Yes.
And so there's all types of situations like that. But if you're out there and you want to learn a job, it's a good way to do it, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's the best way. You have to have experience to be able to know how to do things. So I think this is the best way. Unpaid's also great. So, I think you should just try and get involved, and volunteer is always great. So.
And you would have not been here from Livingston if it had not been for the intern program.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, well, we're glad to have you, and I guess one of your coworkers is going to be coming here in a moment. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Woodard.
Okay, the Drug Prevention Coalition is a big part of what we're doing around here in the county. Would you introduce yourself and tell the folks your role?
Okay, hello everybody. I'm Mary Leslie Wakefield, and I'm with the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition, and I'm a prevention coordinator.
Okay, now we are holding signs here, and this one right here, need help with addictions, call Tennessee Red Line, and then there's the number. You want to explain about the Red Line?
Yes, the Tennessee Red Line is actually a referral number. So if you're having issues with an addiction, it doesn't matter, drugs, alcohol, you can actually call this line and they'll help you get into a rehab or find treatment for you. They're very caring and compassionate people, and it's completely anonymous. So it's a great resource for us to have.
Okay, and so anybody that's having an issue with addiction, they can call this line.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's switch to the next sign. It says, don't let the sadness win. Text to suicide prevention, and then text line 10 to 741. Okay, you want to
Yes.
explain that one?
Yes. You know, one of the things that they've discovered with all our research and data is how closely anxiety, depression, and suicide is meshed with addiction. So one of the things that we are going to be starting doing more is pushing the suicide line, or suicide prevention line, I should say. So we just want people to know that there's help out there. A lot of times with mental illness, people want to keep it quiet. They want to try to do it themselves. They're they feel ashamed, and they don't need to. It's very, very prevalent. More people suffer with mental addiction or mental illnesses than probably addiction. So this line is available, and again, compassionate, caring people to help you.
Okay, and it's not just for someone with an addiction, but anybody, if you're feeling down and out and you feel pretty serious about your life situation, this would be a good thing to do.
Absolutely, and actually the text one right there that you can do, oh yeah, Tennessee, that one right there, you can, it doesn't have to be about drugs and alcohol. It can be about any kind of issue, a mental issue that you're having. So they'll be glad to help you.
Okay, so there's help out there, folks. And then
Absolutely.
here's another sign. This one says, quitting is hard, getting help is easy. Call the Tennessee Tobacco Quit line, and then it has the 1-800-QUIT-NOW number. Maybe you want to explain that one.
Okay, and well, this is just another resource that we have here in Tennessee. If you're a smoker and you want to stop, it's really, really hard. Nicotine is very addicting. So you can call this number. You'll get a counselor that will help you for a year for free. They also will give you cessation patches for 2 weeks for free. So it is a great line that you can call and get help.
Okay. And then, of course, there's a lot of other things that you do at the Drug Prevention Coalition. And what role do you play, Mary Leslie?
Well, one of the things we do, we really try to engage our youth in prevention. So I don't know if you've noticed our billboards, Mr. Woodard, but this year we got the valedictorians from Smith County High School. That is Jana Abu Rama. And from Gordonsville, that's Allie Bryant, and they allowed us to use their pictures on our billboard to promote the message, that, you don't have to use drugs, tobacco, or alcohol to have a great life, and they absolutely have shown it in their, getting to be valedictorian.
Yeah, I've had the privilege of having some of these guys in our leadership program, and I can tell you, based on being around these young men and women, we have some great people at Gordonsville and some great people at Carthage and Smith County High, and it really bodes well for our future because of what I see in these young people.
Yeah, I've got to work with them too in leadership, and actually with Jana, I was interviewing her because they're actually helping us with the Bridge program at the Smith County High School. And I know she was in leadership, and one of the things in youth leadership that you taught the kids was you wanted them to come back to Smith County.
Right.
And she shared with me that was one of her goals, that she wants to be a cardiologist and she wants to come back to Smith County and open her own clinic here. And you were the one that kind of put that seed
Well, I'm glad to
or
hear
thought
that.
in her brain. So that was awesome.
Well, and young people like that, if you can get them to come back, that just helps all of us, and especially folks of that caliber. Okay, Drug Prevention Coalition, how do they contact you guys if they can't remember any of this and they want help, or they know somebody that needs help, or they just want to ask questions? How do they contact you?
Well, we're on Facebook and we have a website and we have a phone number, but I can't remember our phone number. 615-588-1622. 1622.
Okay, a little side work help there. So, okay, well, Mary, I don't know that I've missed anything, but is there anything you'd like to add?
Well, just one other thing. We are going to be doing teacher in services, and that is going to be Wednesday, June 17th and July 15th, and we would love the teachers to sign up for this. It will be here at the chamber, and we're doing mental health, first aid, and we're also doing trauma-informed care.
Okay. All right. Well, Mary, thank you very much for coming by, and it's always a pleasure.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay, we are here again. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them who you are, what you do, and where you do it.
Okay, I'm Suzanne Angel. I'm one of the Regional Overdose Prevention Specialists for the Upper Cumberland, and I work at the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition, and I serve all 13 counties in the Upper Cumberland. Okay,
and we've got a sign here that says, learn the signs of opioid overdose, free training. Call the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition, and then, of course, your number 615-588-1622. Now, overdose is a serious problem in the United States. And also in Smith County, is that correct?
It is. It's a serious problem. It's been a serious problem. The numbers have just keep going up, but we've seen especially an uptick in overdose deaths since the beginning of the year, and so we have really concerns about that, and we know a lot of offices, support services, and everything had to close because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we just want people to know that we're still out there. We're able to train people on the opioid epidemic, how to recognize the signs and symptoms of an opioid overdose, and we have the nasal spray naloxone, the overdose reversal kits. It's free. It's available to anyone. We want people to carry it because overdose death, 191 people die every single day in the United States of accidental overdose. Average prior to this increase was 5 Tennesseans die every single day of accidental overdose, and it is preventable if given in time. Naloxone or trade name Narcan, given in time, can reverse the opioid overdose and restore breathing to people.
Okay, well, I want to make sure I understand if what I have been taught about Narcan. Number one, if you find somebody unconscious and you suspect that it's an overdose, if you administer the Narcan to them, if it is an overdose, it will bring them back, and if it's not, it will not harm them.
That's the important thing to know. If it's an opioid overdose, it will hopefully, if given in time, will restore breathing. But if it's some other type of overdose or it's some other type of medical emergency, it won't help them, but it won't hurt them. Really, the only wrong way for anyone to give naloxone is to not give it. So it's crucial. We see lives lost every day in this county, all across the Upper Cumberland. They're having a crisis situation in Shelby County. Cheatham County over the Memorial Day weekend saw an increase in overdose deaths. Talked to Cookeville, the Sheriff's Department and the Police Department there. They are seeing more overdose. And they're also a very alarming thing that they're seeing is not only naloxone's been around in Cookeville since 2015, but it used to take 1 dose to revive someone. And now it's averaging 4 doses to reverse an overdose because the drugs on the street are getting stronger. But this isn't just for people in active addiction. It's for people in recovery. It's for people who just care, love, or know someone who has substance use disorder or has chronic pain condition where they're prescribed opioids. Those people have a risk for accidental overdose for lots of different reasons. So the medication's safe. They're protected under the Good Samaritan law from any civil liability. We want people to always call EMS. That's part of our training. This is just the first step. It's not the only step. You're going to administer naloxone and call 911 because people need follow-up medical care, and naloxone's temporary. It will wear off, and the person could quit breathing again.
Okay, now your credentials, you might want to give people a little bit of your personal background because what you're saying carries weight.
Yeah, I'm a registered nurse, and I've been a registered nurse, I sort of hate to say it, since 1986, but I'm proud of my profession. And Colby Lane is also one of the regional overdose prevention specialists here at Smith County. He serves the Upper Cumberland. He's a person in recovery. He's proud of that. I'm proud of Colby. He started out as an intern. We talked about the interns there, and now he's the regional overdose prevention specialist. And we just really feel passionate that Narcan and naloxone does not cure addiction, but people can't get better if they're not breathing. And in 3 minutes without oxygen, you're going to have brain damage. In 5 to 6 minutes, you're going to have brain death. So while we're in the middle of this pandemic, we have lots of ways to train. We can do it with social distance, spread out. We can train you outside. We can wear a mask. We can do it on Zoom. We can do it on telephone calls. I know a lot of people are a little bit, they're like me, they're technology challenged, and they're a little hesitant. If they feel uncomfortable with signing on to Zoom or don't really even know what that is, they can call us at the office, reach out to us on our Facebook page, the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition, or we also have one just for the naloxone called the Tennessee Save a Life Facebook page. We will respond to messages. You can contact Colby or I anytime, and we'll provide this any way that makes people feel comfortable. We don't want people to feel alone. We know this is a hard time for people, that people are suffering, and even though we're in the middle of the pandemic, all our other problems in society didn't go away, and they've actually probably been made worse during this time. So we're available. It's a judge-free zone. We'll help connect people to resources, treatment, recovery support. Suicide, if you're having suicidal ideations, we're not medical people and we can't take the place of emergency room or 911, but we are there to help connect people to resources and help them in the best way that we can. And it's really important. Since we started the Tennessee Save a Life program, we started getting naloxone in November 2017. More regular people that have taken this training have saved over 12,000 lives in the state of Tennessee. So even though in 2018, 1,818 people died of confirmed opioid overdose, we'd hate to see what that number would be without those 12,000 people. And that doesn't even include the wonderful job our EMS and our hospitals do, and people that got it through their doctor or their pharmacy. So this is just through our program. So it does save lives. It gives people a chance for recovery, a chance for another day, and we're here. Even in the pandemic, we're available and we want to help people.
Okay, well, thank you, Suzanne, for coming by.
Thank you for letting us be here.
And we appreciate everything you guys do.
All right, thank you.
And now we'd like to cut away to Mr. Chris Hicks with UT Extension Service. Take it away, Chris.
Hey guys, Chris Hicks with UT Extension here. Thank you to the Smith County Chamber of Commerce for giving us the opportunity to be part of the show this month. We've had a lot of things going on with UT Extension, even though for the last couple of months, our offices have been closed to the public, but we are starting to phase in our reopening. So we are allowing clientele to come into the office and still practice social distancing. But even though we've been out of the office for a while, we've still been very active in the community trying to serve the farmers, families, and 4-H members of Smith County. We've gone on several farm visits, and I would encourage you, if you need us to come out and look at something, we'd be glad to do that, or we can handle a lot of the issues via text messages and email. And I've had several people email me images of diseases in their crops or insect pests in their garden, and we've been able to identify those via email or text message, and that's a great way to do it. So I would tell you, if you've got something going on, whether it's a weed or a pest or whatever, that maybe you want to send an email and try to get that identified that way, you can do that at cbhicks, that's CBHICKS, at utk.edu, and we'll try to respond and get you an answer as quickly as we can. But if we can't do it that way, we are happy to try to come out and schedule a time to come out and visit the farm or your home, try to help you with what may be going on. I know a lot of gardens are going to be planted or have already been planted this year, and we've had a couple of programs already regarding gardening, and those can be found at our YouTube page at Smith County Extension on YouTube. You can either go to YouTube and search Smith County Extension, or you can go to the URL tiny.utk.edu/YouTube Smith. That's tiny.utk.edu/YouTube Smith, or again, just search us out on YouTube, Smith County Extension. We've got some good gardening videos. We've got videos on weed control with different Zoom presentations that we've done. We've also started doing a series that I'm really proud of. Katie and I have been going out to different farms in the community and doing a program we call Meet a Farmer Monday. So we go to a farm and record the farmer and try to highlight some of the farms in Smith County. Agriculture is the #1 industry in Smith County, and even though it's still a rural community, we do do have a lot of folks who don't realize what all is involved in agriculture, so we're using that platform to try to educate folks on agriculture in the county. So if you haven't checked out Meet a Farmer Monday, I encourage you to get on our YouTube page and check those videos out, because we've got some outstanding farmers who are doing really neat things using a lot of really impressive technology to put food on your table. So you can check that out on YouTube or on our Facebook page at UT Extension Smith County. The final thing I want to mention today is our Lunch and Learn series. The Chamber of Commerce has been so welcoming to us to host these Lunch and Learn series over the last couple of years. Unfortunately, with everything going on right now, we're not having those group meetings, but we are still having our Lunch and Learns via Zoom. And our next one will be July the 1st. We're going to be talking about the subject of choosing landscape plants. So choosing plants to put around your landscape, something I'm very interested in. And I know a lot of you are interested in what kind of plants do I put in my landscape. Maybe you've got a shady site, or a site that doesn't drain well, or any number of issues that need to be taken into account. We're going to talk about those at our Lunch and Learn on July 1. It'll be Zoom, so we can get you that Zoom link. Check out our Facebook page, and we'll have more information on that, as well as the Smith County Insider and other media here in the county. So again, thank you to the Smith County Chamber of Commerce for letting us be a part of the show today. If we can be of assistance to you, please reach out, and you can call our office at 615-735-2900. Thank you.
Now we'd like to break away to Katie Martin and let her speak to you about some things going on with 4-H. She's with UT Extension Service. Take it away, Katie.
Hey everyone, Katie Martin here, Smith County 4-H agent, to tell you a little bit about what we have going on these days. The summer looks a lot different than we expected because of the complications from COVID-19, but that does not mean that 4-H has stopped. We still have many activities and events going on, though most of them are being held virtually right now. The best way to keep up to date is to follow along at our Facebook page at UT Extension-Smith County. We are posting weekly videos. Every Wednesday we are coming out with a When I Grow Up Wednesday video. We have already posted one about if you want to become a veterinarian or if you want to become a teacher. These are great tools for our youth to use as they try to explore careers that they may want to have one day. We also are posting about opportunities for youth to stay involved, whether that is academic unconference or a Clover Bowl competition. We are trying to provide youth with activities that they can do from the comfort of their own home. Most importantly right now, it's June, which means it is June Dairy Month. We have so many goodies that we would love to give away to the youth of Smith County. Everything from activity books and coloring books to pencils and bracelets, all to help promote June Dairy Month. In June, we hope you will make the decision to add a couple more dairy products to your cart next time you're at the grocery store to help support our hardworking men and women that help produce the dairy products we consume and love every day. So whether that's an extra bowl of ice cream or an extra glass of milk, we know that dairy products are an excellent source of calcium that help build strong bones and teeth and are a great addition to anyone's meals. We hope that you will catch up with us on Facebook and YouTube, and we look forward to resuming normal activities hopefully in August. If you ever need anything, you can always give us a call at 615-735-2900. Thanks so much.
Well, we have Miss Cozette here with us, and Cozette, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them who you're with.
Yes, I'm Cozette Manus, and I'm one of the owners of Smith County Drug Center here in Carthage.
Okay, and of course, Smith County Drug Center is a long-standing member of the Chamber, and we wanted to get you guys to come down and just talk about some of the things you're doing. And during this pandemic, this is different times and territory that we're in. So wanted to get you to talk a little bit about that. I guess we'll start out with, has it changed your the way you are operating now, or your hours or anything?
Yes, we are only open through the drive-through. We're fortunate that we have that option to keep our patients at their safe, as well as our staff. We have actually had planned a remodel of our whole lobby area, that just happened to be the timing that worked out. So as of this point, we're closed really for much as the remodel as we are because of the COVID-19 concerns, but we will be reopening, hopefully. This will pass soon, where we can be. We miss seeing everybody face to face, but we just want to make sure we follow all wisdom that we have from the CDC and anyone who has knowledge to keep Smith County safe, and so we can move forward.
Okay, and anything that anybody needs, they can get through your drive-through. All they got to do is just pull up, right?
Yes, I think people are very courteous and hate to ask, but birthdays still occur. You still might want your Tyler Diva Wash or your Pure Herb product. We embrace alternative medicines as well. We also, if you got your shingles shot, you may be needing your second immunization. We have an immunization program. Or if you need a tetanus shot, or we still just call. We come out in the parking lot and handle that like we always did. We don't mind getting you some aspirin or Tylenol or anything else you might need. We're there to help and serve you any way we can.
Okay, well, that is wonderful. Now, you mentioned a new product that you've got?
We do. We actually, with the remodel, we looked over some things that we've been carrying and just kind of asked our employees and some of the folks that trade with us, said, hey, what do you have to leave town for? What are we not carrying here in Smith County that you might have to go outside the county? So we kind of took notes. We added to some lines. We carry, like I said, besides the pure herbs, and we carry a whole line of essential oils. We have diffusers. We also have Captain Rodney's line, Raven's Nest, savory crackers, and that's what I've actually brought today to share with the staff here at the Chamber. Savory crackers, for those of you who have a following of this product, they're quite addictive, but if you haven't, you might want to try them. You actually can make your own crackers up at home. These are their new product. We just got in today, actually. These are called yo-yos, and they're the oyster crackers that have all the flavors that savory come in already pre-mixed for you. So today I brought the Garden Dill and the Sweet Barbecue and the original flavor to share here. I just opened those up before I got here. But we also have Watkins products if you need vanilla for all your quarantine baking. We also have the liniment and all the lines that we're familiar with Watkins. We have a lot of products that Barleans carries, fish oil, chia seed, flaxseed, just a variety of things. We do carry the whole Tyler line of candles and all the washes and scents that we have there. We carry the Duke Cannon line for men. We don't want to leave our men out. We have that line. We have cookbooks. We have all different things for wedding gifts. So we do traditional pharmacy, plus all the things that we who work there need, maybe for a quick gift or to fix a good meal at home.
Well, it sounds like you've got most of the bases covered, and I am noticing, I was talking to the manager of the Walmart, their chamber members have been for long standing, and he said that they are doing higher figures than normal for this time of year, and what he's noticing is he thinks a lot of people are maybe staying home more or shopping local more, which that's good for us, and so I'm hoping the same thing is happening with you guys, that you're seeing actually maybe a little more business than you would see normally, because people are realizing, hey, this stuff's here at home.
Right. I do think initially there was a drop in business. It was uncertain times. As time goes on, you do need things. And if you need a box of Band-Aids, call. We'll hand it through the drive-through. You don't get out. A lot of people have concerns, and whatever we can do to help, that's what we're there for. So.
That's true, and a lot of people, they don't want to go to a retailer and walk in, and this is a wonderful service that you have.
Yeah, we're being born and raised here, where you know everybody. That's just how we all operate. We just want to help each other, and that's what we're trying to do through our business.
And I know a lot of the stores in town are starting to reopen, and so things are starting to get back to somewhat normal. And I'm hoping that we see that coming. Is there anything that we missed to ask you? One thing I'd like to do before we go to that, I want to thank Smith County Drugs and all you guys up there, the way you're involved in the community and things that you do. I know you support the community theater immensely, and that's much appreciated. And I know Jan works with the soccer and some of the sports teams and things like that. And so thank you for all that you guys do in the community.
Well, we live here, we work here, we raise our families here. That's what we want to do. If it's good for Smith County, we want to be a part of it. So we're just blessed to have the opportunity. I don't know if all of you know or not, but I went to school and met my husband and lived in Atlanta. Love Atlanta, but fought tooth and nail to get back here to Smith County so that I could live, raise my family, and work in the place I love the most. So it's a blessing.
And you have two beautiful daughters, and I believe one of them is looking forward to moving back here from school, I believe.
Think, yes, that's the plan.
Yeah. So I hope that happens for her. She is quite a force of nature.
Well, she wants to, got her education, is fighting to get back to Smith County to make it bigger and better than ever. So.
That's wonderful. Is there anything that we need to add or something I may have missed? For instance, if they need to call you, what's the phone number?
Right. We can be reached, of course, 615-735-2223, 2223. Call and ask any questions. That's what we're here for. There's no question. If we can't answer it, we'll try to find an answer and help you any way we can with concerns about the current crisis. We have sold and still are face mask and hand sanitizer, anything that people need. I know even a lot of people have called to get a job interview. They have to have a face mask and things of an N95 mask or that level to go in, and we hear stories every day that it's like, what can we do to fill that niche and help?
Well, and you reminded me of one thing that happened early on when this pandemic first started. There was a little question about whether we were going to be able to have the food drive. And the food drive is quite essential for some people in the county, and we do our particular food drive twice a month on the second Wednesday and the fourth Wednesday. And one of the requirements is they wanted us to wear masks, and they wanted us to have hand sanitizer for each person that was there working. Well, unfortunately, at that time, I called and went everywhere I couldn't find hand sanitizer. Thanks to you guys, and you guys did this for us. We called up there, and you said, we're making some, and we'll donate it. And you gave us enough hand sanitizer for our workers to use to have our food program. So that's another way that you guys have helped in the community, and it's much appreciated.
That's right. We appreciate when the hand sanitizer crisis occurred, we didn't know how to protect our employees and to make sure our patients felt we were doing everything we could to not just protect ourselves, but protect everyone that we might, we didn't want to have any part in anything but the positive to get over what we're going through. So when we thought, how are we going to answer our own crisis? So we actually were blessed to find an outlet that we could have a recipe that met the CDC guidelines and was actually 80% instead of a lot of 60-65%, which actually meets the recommendation, but the higher percent, the better. So when we did that, we could feel comfortable that we were doing everything we could to protect our staff and our community.
You made me, I need to check, and this one's 62. So you're right, some of them are.
Well, we decided if 62 was good, 80% would be better. So.
Yeah, there you go. Well, okay. Unless you can think of something else, thank you for coming by.
There's not anything. It's a pleasure, and any way we can help you, we're glad to.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you.
Cozette. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show today. I've got a few things to go over and let you know what's going on in the county. We're really glad that folks came and let us interview them today, and so we can see what's happening. Things are starting to open back up. And we feel like that Smith County is going to go through this pretty well. We hope you're staying safe. Don't be thinking that this is not a real thing, but don't let it ruin your life either. There's precautions you can take, and you can get through this pandemic and be able to enjoy your life too. So just be careful out there. The soccer season, for those of you that didn't know, they had to cancel the spring season, but they're going to come back in the fall and do that. And I know as we speak, I think baseball is starting up over to Crump Paris Park, and they're doing those. They are having the Smith County Fair this year. And I haven't been able to contact anybody to confirm this, but I believe the Bluegrass Festival will be happening. And also William Walton Days is in the planning stages and will be happening again this year. So we're thinking that we've got several things that are going to be going on. I have not heard, but I believe the Lancaster Independence Day Parade will still take place this year. So we're looking forward to seeing all those things happen, so be kind of planning for that. Next month, we're going to be interviewing someone from the Riverview Regional Hospital, and they're starting a Senior Life Solutions program. Ms. Sharon Gendris is going to be heading that up, and we'll tell you a little more about that. And there's a lot of good things that are going on in Smith County. I know Miss Holly up at #Holly, she would love for you to come by and visit with them. Archwares, they're still in business. Teresa's Gifts is open. Mr. John Leftwich has done a lot of really good things up there, so go by and see them. And if you're planning on doing some traveling, I know people are starting to travel again. Of course, Gramps Travel is still in business. Tennessee Kayak Outdoors, those folks are doing trips over the weekends, and they're open for business. And if you want to go up there and rent a kayak, they'll take you to the river and drop you off and then pick you back up. And I don't know how you can get a better deal than that. And of course, Smith County Drug Center, we talked with them, and the Candy Bar, they're open, and they've got some stuff going on. They'll be talking some more about it next month. So we hope you've enjoyed our show. If you've got any questions about anything, or if something's going on, you need to know the answer to it, call us at the Smith County Chamber of Commerce, 615-735-2093. And until the next program, we hope you'll stay safe and enjoy life, because Smith County is a great place to live, work, and play. See you next time.